Hey everyone, Oz here with Merchant Cash Advance Success Blueprint. I'm doing another interview today with one of my successful members. I have Robert here who had major success in a short amount of time after joining the program. And I thought you guys would benefit from hearing from others who came from different paths and they're succeeding. And it's always best to hear from them individually because everyone has a different story and their story might influence or help you see this from a different angle. So Robert, welcome. Great to have you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Oz.
Awesome. Thanks for stopping by and chatting with me today. So let's go back and tell me how long ago you joined the program, Robert?
So I joined probably right around a month ago. It was like the beginning of October.
Yeah, it's pretty, I think it's about a month. You're right. So prior to that, what has been going on? What made you decide that you want to get into this industry?
I've seen that it's a very lucrative industry, so, it piqued my interest. I had started out trying to start my own loan broker, business on my own, just picking up what I could here and there online and, reaching out to lenders and things like that. But, I seen your videos, of course, on YouTube and, it piqued my interest, and I don't know. I realized that I had to make a commitment to myself and to make this happen. I didn't want it to just be a hobby or anything like that. I wanted to take it serious. So, I decided to take the leap of faith with you, and here I am. So that's kind of where I'm at. Before this, I was actually doing like real estate investing and things like that, wholesaling. So I still kind of dabble in that. It's good to have multiple streams, I believe. But yeah, my main focus right now is doing the business loans. So.
Yeah, so it's a pretty fast jump from watching the videos to be in one of the videos in a month, right?
I know, right? Yes.
So you say you dabbled in the business funding and merchant cash advance by yourself. Why did you think that you would need the type of training that we provide in the blueprint instead of just trying to do it yourself? What challenges were you having?
Yeah, just, building up the pipeline, keeping it consistent, besides just pounding the phones, and I've, I do a little bit of cold calling, but not as much no more, to be honest. A lot of leads from LinkedIn. I haven't really got the Facebook marketing going like I want to, but I'm getting there. Building up a team right now, and I really just felt like, to go back to your question, that I did need to just, like I say, make the commitment. I knew some type of things, I knew about the lenders and about cash advance, but just having your knowledge and that push and just that just that extra push to make the investment in myself and my business, to pay the marketing for the LinkedIn marketing, to pay that monthly fee, when before I maybe would have just been trying to save, $80 or whatever.
Right.
I said, I need to make this work. So I went all in and, put the little money in. Like you said, it's a very low startup cost.
No, for starting a business, it's just
right, exactly.
Low, right? People every day, I'm sure you've known people too, they start business, like they rent an office, they decorate an entire, like renovate the whole building, buy supplies, buy trucks and things like that. They put up hundreds of thousands of dollars before they even know if they're going to make $1 or not. And
right, exactly.
85–90% failure rate in small businesses. Now here we're talking about starting an actual legitimate business, and for less than like $100, you can set everything up and be
right.
And you don't need to be telemarketing. And I want to touch on that too. You're definitely right. You can do telemarketing or cold calling and still get deals, but it's not a great way to build a business. Like I always, like, what I ponder on all the time is, yeah, you'll make it work, but how does it make you feel at the end of the day when you dial 200 people and have been rejected 99% of the time, right?
Oh yeah, right.
How do you feel? Is that when you notice like you got to do something different?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't mind it because it does help build the pipeline, but at the same time, there are other ways.
That's the thing. If there was no other way and this was the best one, you'd be like, dude, you got to do what you got to do, right? But
Right.
now there are other ways to do it, and that's the reason I think many people want to stop doing an effective way of marketing. And I know you don't mind it. I didn't mind it back in the day when I had to do it because it was generating results. But if
Right.
you find business is always about evolving or improving, if there's a better way to do it, why not take that? So, all right, so we established that one. You kind of dabbled in this yourself and you say, you know what, I got to make a commitment. Like, in business, you will get paid in the amount of the commitment you make, right? If you see this as a hobby, it's going to pay you as a hobby because you're just saying to yourself mentally, that's something on the side. I'll do it when I have time. Then you shouldn't expect that to grow to something because you're not investing time and resources to it. But with this, in a short amount of time, within a month, you're here right now. So let's talk about how things have changed after you joined the Blueprint. So what things you notice are changing your mind and in your approach to business that led you to start funding deals?
Building up the pipeline. Like you said, I just took it serious. I realized that, I don't need to I don't want to work for anybody else. And, I come from a sales background, so maybe it might have been a little easier for the adjustment, but just listening to you talk about, it's not just sales. We got to look at it from a business owner perspective, and start. So I'm actually bringing on people right now and
Nice.
some partners of mine that are looking to, join the team and, come under me. So I'm kind of teaching them about, getting the business loans, getting their marketing set up as well so we can start funding more deals. And I guess just when I seen that first paycheck, it helped me to to really drive me and motivate me even more. I mean, it wasn't, it was a good payday. I made, about $1,400, but right now I got another one in the pipeline for like $9,000. I have the CRM that you suggested, and I'm using that. It's helping me keep track of all my deals a lot better and things like that. So, I got about 20 grand in the pipeline, but, of course, it just takes a lot of follow up and, getting back with owners and things like that. But, it's just, that's where I'm kind of, that's where I'm at. I'm trying to build up a team and definitely take it to the next level. So,
yeah, man, I mean, $20,000 in pipeline, let's say you get half of that, like $10,000, that's just income in the bank, right? We're not like other businesses in merchant cash advance. If you make 10,000, you have $7,000 in expenses. That's really not the case. If you're making $10,000, well, you have $10,000. Your expense is very minimal. So in that matter, I mean, when you look across U.S., people are putting in 40, 50, 60 hours a week to make $500, maybe $1,000 a week, and sometimes less, sometimes more. Then us, you can be working from home. That doesn't mean we don't work. You're definitely putting in the work, but it's just the quality and also the amount. Like you're talking about 3 deals that can get you up to $20,000. That's just a lot of money, right? And that's the potential with this business. That's why I wanted to have other people see what this can turn into. Now let's talk about the future for you. You already made up your mind to build a team. So in 3 months, 90 days from now, let's say by the end of the first quarter, where do you see your business? What's the grand plan? Because the reason I asked that question, we have 2 types of people who want to build this business. One is they want to build a lifestyle business. They want to sit by the beach, run their business from their computer. And we have the highly entrepreneurial ones. They want to build an office with employees and grow this out to a different level and be able to fund, just like Lawrence, a couple of $1 million a month.
Yeah, I think.
So I see that you made up your mind towards. Let's talk about that one. What is the thought process?
So yeah, it's kind of the latter, I guess you can say, where I want to go ahead and get the office. I want to start hiring the people and bringing in more people so we can fund deals on a regular basis. I mean, of course, vacations are going to be nice, but, I'm at the point in my life where, I need to start building up my retirement income. And I do plan on building up this business to where I can eventually, cash out and
of course
sell it and, go from there, maybe even start another one again. But, I don't know if I've thought that far ahead, but I'm definitely thinking ahead as far as, getting the office going and the employees here in the next 90 days.
Yeah, and definitely, yeah, you brought up a good point. One thing that not many people notice is that with this business model, you can plan for a solid exit strategy. If you're building an organization that has systems in place and key employees, and you're funding a ton of deals,
Right.
there's almost unlimited amount of money in this industry. Someone will want to buy you out, and that happens all the time. On my weekly calls, I do drop names of companies who have been sold, and they were pretty small, and they built it out in a very short amount of time. So that's another strategy. Yeah, making money is great on a monthly basis, and working from home or from a beach house is great. But you can build up something pretty big, pretty fast, and exit out. And like you said, at that point, you can start something else, or you retire yourself on your own pace. It's up to you. But it's definitely one of the strategies that people who want to build an organization, that's what they're aiming for. Build it big enough so you can have a big exit. Instead
Right.
of making, let's say, 50 grand a month, you can have someone write a check for you for 10, 15, 20 million dollars. I think one of the companies that got sold, they got sold for 38 million dollars. One of the ISOs that got
Oh, wow.
bought out by another, and the company who was buying them out was not even a direct lender. It was another ISO shop that just wanted them out. They simply just bought them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And it took them 5.5 years to get to that point, not knowing what you know. There was just trial and error. I know the company, they were pretty aggressive with everything they do. But now we have a more of a solid plan to follow. So
Right.
it doesn't have to be that long. Plus 5 years is not a long time, right? If you're going to,
Right. Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
grand scheme of things, if you're building a company from zero to the point of getting it sold, it's definitely not a long time. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it can
Right.
be faster if you build it, if you use a system.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So, all right. Any comments regarding the program? So, how do you? So, what did you benefit the most from the program so far?
I mean, the most is the LinkedIn strategy and the email strategy. I'm just starting to implement more of the email strategy, getting that going. And then, like I say, I want to dive into the Facebook marketing.
Hmm.
But just that and the resources, I mean, I know you have other lenders in there. I knew of some lenders, but, there was additional ones and that you're even continuing to add as well, which, I see as a great benefit, so yeah, I mean, everything about the course. So I liked everything.
That's
But
good to hear.
mainly what helped me get the first deal going was the LinkedIn strategy. So
Yeah, and I think you got some help from other members too, right? So,
right, yeah, I reached out with the other lenders, Daniel, multiple, everybody in the group there. So
yeah, I think that's the one of the greater parts about what we do here. The people like yourself, people jump
right,
in and help each other out,
right,
to
the
get
support, right,
funding. So in our community, we look at things differently. Outside of us, everyone is just cutthroat and they steal each other's deals. With us, people literally come in and help you out, and they don't get paid anything. They're just helping you out
right.
to help you succeed. That's very good, and I think we did a good job bringing in the right people like yourself. So again, I don't want to take a lot of your time. Great to have you here. Any last comments to anyone who is maybe on the fence or they're thinking if this is the right thing or not? What would you say to them?
So yeah, no, I would just say make the commitment and figure the rest out later. It's something about whenever you make that commitment that, the doors just open up for you, and the commitment and went all in, then, it just works. I mean, it works if you work it. So
Sure.
uh, I'm working it.
If you follow the system, because I truly believe in modeling. Certain things have been figured out already. No need to try to figure it out yourself because it's going to cost you time and money and so many things. And
Right.
besides time, and besides the money, it's just it's time it costs you. Like many people lose their passion for any type of business because they can't figure it out. If some people have figured it out, why not just follow the system and make it happen, right? Like with you, it took like a month to make your first check, and you have a solid pipeline. We have many members who are in the same situation. Within 30 days, they funded deals. It's very possible. And for those of you who are watching for the first time, I mean, I have a lot of free resources in my YouTube channel. Just click below, sign up to the channel, and you'll be able to see a ton of other videos that you'll know more about. I think at this point we have the most comprehensive online training on YouTube that people can have access. But if you're interested in learning about the blueprint, there's a link below as well. But Robert, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. Great to have you.
Yes.
Great to get to see you in person.
Yeah,
I know we talked on the phone, but great to have you here.
oh, awesome, man. Thank you for having me.
Take care, buddy. Talk to you later.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.